Hughes show. Now, just before the break, we had a contestant called Ben98034, and you know he's lost 2 million. Well, you're still with me, aren't you, Ben?
Yeah.
Now, you may notice because you got 150,000 on the last game, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you some exciting news. But just before I do that, I've got a viewers game for the people who are wanting to play the special game at home. Now, on the last game, we had a quick viewers game, but none of them even decided it. Well, we were supposed to do it on the last show, but fortunately Ben couldn't make it, so this is what we're gonna do. Let's bring that question. Here it is. For the viewers game on the last show. Here it is. Who knows the stars in the rise? Matthew Kelly, D. Martin, or David Jason? Now the lines are now closed, so you can't enter now because it was ended on the last show. And I can tell you the correct answer was A. Matthew Kelly. He hosted Stars in the Rise after that, and then after Matthew Kelly quit Stars in the Rise, Cat Dealey done it. So if one of you said Matthew Kelly, you would have been on the show. But unfortunately none of you did, because I see no comments. But now, it's time for the next viewers game. Now, we're going to play a special game called Fastest Finger First. All you got to do, I'm going to give you a question, and there's going to be 3 answers, right? Well, I was going to put 4, but I think 3 will be more easier. So, here's the question. Put these numbers in order. 6 to 4. Right, that's for the viewers game. So what you want to do, this questions are up, so put these numbers in order. So 6 to 4 is on the answer, so they're not just saying B is the right answer, you've got to put them in order, like B, C, A, D, or anything. All you got to do is go onto the website youtube.com/harryboy, go onto the comments, and then put them in order. You could just say the numbers, or say the letter A, D, or C, or whatever, and then all you got to do is go onto the comments, say it, and then reply to me. And unfortunately, players must be 12 or over, and the lines will close next Friday, on Friday the 27th of January, and the full times goes to www.youtube.com/user/harryboy. Right, got a plan, Ben? You're so exciting because now this was the exciting news, Ben. We're gonna give you a choice, Ben. If you want to, this is what happened. He's lost his 2 million points and he's got 150,000. But this is what we're gonna do, Ben. Would you like to have another chance, Ben, to see if you can win another? If you can win 10 million.
You know what?
Yes?
I'm gonna go for another chance.
That's the spirit, mate. Besides, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start you off with 2 million points, Ben, alright? Okay, now you ready for this?
Ready? Yep.
Right. Okay. Now, remember, now this is what we're gonna do. Before we lost Ben on the last show, well, just seconds ago. He's on 2 million points. We're gonna start him at 2 million points again. He's 2 away from 10 million, but we're gonna have to do it again with no lifeline bends. So let's see if we can get into that 10 million with 2 questions to go with no lifelines on the Harry Hughes show, playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Here we go. The next question number 11 out of 12. It's worth 5 million points. Okay, now don't forget, you don't have to play it. You can take your 2 million and get out of there like a scalded bunny. Right, let's have a look at the question. Question number 11 out of 12. It's worth, right, sorry, right, let's bring this again. Right, you had 2 million points, you got 2 questions. Let's see how you're gonna do, Ben, with no lifelines. Ready?
Right away.
This is worth 5 million. Here it is. What was the name of Amy Johnson's plane in which she flew solo to Australia in 1930? Pegasus, Hercules, or Jason? Now don't forget, Ben, this is your second chance we're gonna give you, alright? What was the name of Amy Johnson's plane in which she flew solo to Australia in 1930? Pegasus, Hercules, Jason. You've got 2 million that I've just given you now. I've already given you another chance, so this is worth 5 million, Ben, alright? If you get it wrong, you will go home with 150,000 like you did on the first go, but this is the second go and you want to get you more points, Ben. So what do you think the answer might be, Ben? What are you thinking through your head?
Might be Hercules or Jason.
You think it might be Jason?
Or Hercules.
Or Hercules? Which answer would you go for, Ben? I know you're still playing the game. I'm just saying, which one would you rather go for? I know you think it's Hercules or Jason, but which one do you think you would choose, Ben? Is the one answer? What are you thinking, Ben? You think it was Hercules or Jason?
I think it might be Hercules. I think it might be Pegasus.
You think it might be Pegasus? Good
I don't know,
blind.
because it sounds familiar.
But you thought it was Hercules or Jason, Ben?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Let me reveal the question again. Let me reveal the question. What was the name of Amy Johnson's plane in which she flew solo to Australia in 1930? Pegasus, Hercules, or Jason? You have 2 million points at this moment. You guaranteed 150,000, but this is worth 5 million. If you get it wrong, you will slide all the way back to 150,000. But if you get it right, we'll move you up one more level to 5 million points and have a shot at the 10 million. But one of them has to be worth 5 million, Ben. I can't help you. There's no answer on my screen, Ben. And besides, no one's never lost 2 million. What you just did on the first go. Come on, Ben. What do you think you might be? What do you think it might be, Ben?
I think it might be. I think it might be Jason.
You think it might be Jason?
Yeah.
Why is that then?
Because I'm thinking because when I played called, she was married to this guy called Amy Johnson, and she named it after the plane, after that name. You know what?
What?
I made a decision. I'm gonna go for Johnson.
You mean Jason?
Jason. Sorry. Jason.
Oh, good! This is gonna be exciting, Ben. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You sure, Ben? Jason?
Final answer.
Final? Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, Jason. Well, it's not Pegasus, Ben. You've had 2 million, Ben.
Okay.
It's the wrong answer. But you now have got another 3 million points, Ben, to go with it. You just won 5 million points. Oh my God.
Thank God.
5 million points! Oh, that's incredible, Ben. Well done. Oh my God. Oh my God, Ben. 5 million
That was
points.
scary.
How do you feel right now, Ben?
I feel very scared.
You feel scared?
Cause I get the.
It was so shocking, Ben. You just scared the life out of me. Look. You've got 5 million, Ben, and I know it's tough, Ben, because now, Ben, as I tell you, that's the biggest amount of points we ever played since we started Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on the Harry Hughes show. You got the big record now, 5 million. Now, Ben, you haven't seen one of these checks for a while. I haven't got it with me yet, but I will sign it at the end of the show. You've got 5 million, Ben, at this moment.
Yes, I have.
Now,
I'm not question.
Now, Ben, now you know where you are, don't you?
Yeah, I'm on the 12th question.
I'm telling you one thing, Ben. I might have been here for about 2 hours or something. We're gonna look at a question worth 10 million points, which we haven't done since we started this show, since 2011. You don't have to play it, Ben. You can take the 5 million points, but you got 5 million. Okay? You're one question away from 10 million. If you get this wrong, you will go away with 150,000 and you will lose that 5 million, and you don't want to do that. But you don't have to play it, Ben. It's worth, but no pressure, Ben, alright? Question number 12 out of 12. Ben98034 in the hot seat playing Who Wants to Be in There on the Harry Hughes show. This is a question for 10 million on Who Wants to Be in There on the Harry Hughes show. Let's have a look. The Newland School on the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, musicians. What do you think it is, Ben?
It might be musical.
The Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, or musicians? You've got 5 million, Ben. You what?
I'm not 100% sure,
I'm telling you, Ben, if you get, let me realize, the Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, or musicians? It's for 10 million. If you go for it and give me the right answer, you've won 10 million. But if you get it wrong, you lose that 5 million and you go all the way back to 150. Besides, if the blokes up there is getting the confetti ready and they're waiting to see if you get the answer right, Ben. Besides, I'm telling you, no one's never won the 10 million. You could be the first. You've already won the 1 million points, but do you reckon you could beat that 10 million? But it's worth 10 million. One of those is worth 10 million. The Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, or musicians? It's worth 10 million, Ben.
Alright, what was the question?
The Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers or musicians for 10 million? What do you think it might be, Ben? What do you think it might be, Ben? The Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, or musicians? It's worth 10 million, Ben. You don't have to play it, Ben. You can take the 5 million or you can gamble. If you get it right, Ben, I'll throw in another 5 million to give you 10 million, Ben, if you get it right. But if you get it wrong, you have to give me the 5 million, I'll give you 150,000 instead. But one of those is worth 10 million, Ben. You don't have to play this. There's nothing on my screen, Ben. You don't have to play it. Alright? It's worth 10 million. Come on, Ben. What are you thinking?
Really hard.
What do you think it is, Ben?
I think it might be musician. I'm not 100% sure. I am not 100% sure.
But you never know, Ben. Musicians could be wrong, and it could either be painters or circus entertainers. Right, come on, Ben. Think for your large ears, Ben. Again, the Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, or musicians? You don't have to play it, Ben. There's nothing on my screen. You don't have to play it. But it's worth 10 million, Ben, if you get it right.
What?
Come on, Ben. You come on, think through your head, Ben. You should know what the answer is. It's fine. Just hang on a second. Sorry, no, I'm on here. Sorry, Ben, carry on. You might have to speak. The Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, or musicians? For 10 million, Ben.
In the school.
The Newland School. The Newland School of the late 19th century is associated with which group of people? Painters, circus entertainers, or musicians? Painters, circus entertainers, or musician? You've got to give us an answer, Ben. You don't have to play it, Ben. It's a lot of points you'll be risking. Because there's a 10 million waiting here with your name on it. But you've got 5 million at the moment, Ben. Or I can even give it another 5 million to use and make yourself like a 10 millionaire.
1 minute ago.
Oh my god. Well, think through your head, Ben.
I'm gonna have to go with haters.
Okay. Well, one question, Ben. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You sure?
Sure.
Okay. It's about to go
Get it
on.
wrong.
You've had 5 million, Ben. We're gonna take a break. Oh god, Ben, this is even exciting. We're gonna have to take a break, Ben. So we have to come back. This is turning into an epic night. Oh god, Ben's on 5 million. We're gonna take a break. This is turning into an epic night. So join us again for the third part of tonight. Who wants to be a millionaire on the Harry Hughes show? But please, everyone, don't go anywhere. See you after the break. Ugh.